In today's episode of Value on My Toy Collection, we're going to value some Barbie items and also some kitchen items we're taking to the Toy Museum. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection, and then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Well, let's jump right in and start valuing some of these toys and see what they're all worth. First, we're going to start with this Barbie unicorn styling head, and it's worth about $25. Alright, next up we'll value a couple of vintage items. This is an old Barbie lunchbox, and there's my helper Daisy. She always has to come see what's going on. Well, this lunchbox with the thermos inside is worth about $50. Well, here's Barbie's friendship. I'm going to open it up for you, and then here's a Skipper doll case worth about $25. This Barbie's friendship is actually an airplane. It's really cool and vintage when you open it up. It's from 1972, but it's only worth about $35, surprisingly. All right, then we have the Barbie and Midge case. It's worth about $35. That's what it looks like on the inside. And then we have a couple styling heads. We have the Christie fashion face. She's worth about $100. She's pretty hard to find. And then we have the Barbie fashion face. She's worth about $25. All right, next we have a lot of single pack dolls. These are newer dolls, but there's my helper Daisy already asleep in my lap. All right, these newer dolls, I like these because they have a swimsuit printed on them. The girls do, and the guys have regular clothing swimsuits. I like this African-American doll because of his hair. It's like corn rolls. They do all kinds of different hair texture on these dolls and kind of try to include everyone. But I do like how these swimsuits are printed on the doll. You know, I think they should do that with a lot of like undergarments for the Barbie. So when you pick these up at thrift stores and flea markets and garage sales, if they are nude, at least they don't really look nude. But I don't think they do that for all dolls. But anyway, these dolls are worth anywhere from about $10 to $15 on eBay in this condition. So I just said they're worth about $12 each. And we have 13 of these, so that's another $156 we can add to our overall grand total at the end of the video. These types of dolls you can usually find on the Walmart doll aisle or Target doll aisle. They're not terribly expensive. They're usually like $10 or $12 when they're new at the store. And some of them will appreciate in value over the years and be worth like $30, but sometimes you just have to hang on to them a while before they do increase in value like that. And then it depends on how many they made of certain dolls. If they really made a lot of one doll, then the value usually doesn't increase that much. But if they didn't make as many, then they're harder to find. So of course that makes the value go up a little bit. And I try not to have duplicates of dolls because I only need one doll for the collection. And then I think these last two coming up are duplicates that we already have. So I think I'll end up selling these at our flea market booth, or I'll put them on eBay or something. I've started selling my extra toys now, and I'm starting to save that money up for retirement because I never know if we're still going to have Social Security at that point. All right, here's my Skipper and Scooter case. This is pretty cool, and it's worth about $40. I have a few more Barbie cases back here. From 1980, we have the Golden Dreams case. It's worth about $20. And then we have this vintage red Barbie case. It's worth about $35. It's in pretty good shape. And then we have this one from 1993. It kind of looks like the Barbie and the Rockers, but it's not. But it's worth about $25. And then we just have a generic fashion case from the 90s, and it's worth about $15. And then we have this little doll. It's not a Barbie, but it's called an Ella. This is the veterinarian, and she's worth about $15. And then we have one more that's a chef or a baker, and she's worth about $15. Then a couple things I just picked up at Walmart on clearance. This is the Harry Potter Mandrake Squishmallow. It's worth about $20, and I got him on clearance for $5. So that's a pretty good deal. I stopped at a garage sale and picked up that little Smurf. He's worth about $5. And at Walmart, this little Bluey pack with Baby Race was on clearance for $4, and it's worth about $15. And then we got the Toddle Tots pack. Oh, there's my helper. Where's she going? Toddle Tots pack, it's worth about $15, and it was on clearance for $3. It's super cute. Let's see where my helper went. She's trying to be sneaky. She's going around the partition. There she is. All right, now we're going to go to the kitchen. I've got a ton of stuff in here we need to kind of value. I'm packing everything up for the toy museum. So on top of the refrigerator, I had a ton of these little solar-powered bobbleheads, and they're not worth very much each. Some are worth $1, and some are worth about $5 or $6. So I'm just going to average all of them to be worth about $2 each. So I have to count them all up, but we have 42 of these solar-powered little people. So at $2 each, that's about $84 we can add to our overall grand total. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I would kind of like to build a little shelf by the window at the toy museum to see if I could get them all going at the same time. But I don't want the sun to fade them because that takes away any value when the sun ruins it. But I'll come up with some cool way to display these. And my goal is actually when I get my toy museum open to keep it open about 9 or 10 years, and then I'll eventually sell it and use the money for retirement. But if someone buys it and they keep it as a toy museum, they're going to have to give me a lifetime pass to come back and visit all my cool stuff. But, you know, you can't take it with you when you go. So I'm just going to enjoy it during my lifetime and be the person that takes care of it on Earth while I'm still here. All right, and this little Yeti one, he's worth $10. My mom had one of these, so that's why I keep it. It's a picnic table condiment set, and it's worth about $15. And these little, what are they called, like grow bottles? They're worth $8 each. I can't believe they're worth so much. And we've got these vintage mushroom canisters that are actually worth $20 each. We've got this tin sign that says, "Don't be ashamed of who you are." That's your parents' job. I think that's hilarious. It's worth $15. Got this big Coke bucket worth about $20. And these remind me of my grandmother. That's why I have both of these. I don't even remember where I got them. I've had them so long. But each of these are worth anywhere from $75 to $125 each. So we'll say $75. Got this little yellow step chair worth about $60. We got that at the Endless Yard sale over in Alabama and Tennessee. Got this Campbell's tomato ice bucket worth about $40. Little mushroom cookie jar is worth $45. And so is this one. It's worth $45. And then we have a metal cookie jar that's worth about $30. Have a Cookie Monster cookie jar that's worth $45 because he's missing a lot of paint. But if he was in better shape, he'd be worth about $120. We've got the Grinch cookie jar. It's worth about $50. And then we've got the Keebler Elf cookie jar that's worth about $25. We've got the Blues Clues chair cookie jar. It's worth at least $60. Got this little half pot and cup you put on the wall worth about $8. A Rainbow Casino slot machine cookie jar worth about $15. And this Surfer cookie jar is worth $50. It blew my mind. And this was my mom's. It's a McCoy bell pepper cookie jar worth about $55. I'll never get rid of that. And this little fish sculpture is worth about $5. And then I don't value things like the blenders and stuff, but I do value this cool blender cover I got, and it's worth about $12. So in our previous 400 videos of value on my toy collection, we had finally reached our goal of $1 million. Our collection actually totaled $1,001,510. Now with this video, we can add all of our Barbie stuff and all that cool stuff from the kitchen. It adds up to be another $1,571. So when we add that to our previous video total, that means our grand total now for episode 401 of Value on My Toy Collection is $1,003,081. How incredible is that? I'm not a millionaire. I've just been saving toys all my life, going to garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, toy stores, and looking online. And I guess now I'm a toyonaire. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying our videos as much as I am making them. I like to see what all I have and what it's actually worth. And I'm putting all the toys on our Facebook page. It's called the Toy Vault of Mississippi. And if you like our channel, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. So until our next video, guys, we will see you then.